Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to more Metroid Prime. And today, well, we're back in the overworld after our last part, but we are back in our good old Varia suit. And we are going, well, first, I figured let's go and meet a few little space pirates who have jetpacks, who we technically are supposed to meet in the snowy area, which I will not spoil the name of until we get there. But you get a bunch of blast caps, which is pretty much mushrooms growing on rocks. And you just blast this open, and here we have our first hint at space pirates, along with this game, well, I should say, the Trilogy's very unstable radioactive substance called Phazon, which we learn is highly volatile and mutates everything it touches, like every other horror movie chemical. But it's blue, which is my favorite color, so it's automatically better than most horror movies to me. But Phazon plays a bigger role in 3, well, pretty much just taking center stage, which that's one of the reasons why I love 3 so much, but we will get to that when we get to it. For now, we are going to head back to the ruins, and we are going to be going to a new area. Now that we got the Varia suit and a bucket load of missiles, which we will be getting a lot more of as we go through. So just ignore all these guys because they're just worthless at this point. And we're just treading back old ground. Now, if you want to explore the area, you can a little bit. You can't really explore this part of the overworld without a couple of things, which we will be getting soon. Okay, we're on our way back to the Chozo Ruins. And you know, I always wondered, what does Samus think about in these elevator sequences? Does she think about, I don't know, what normal people think about? It's like, did I leave the oven on? Do I have enough ammunition? Where can I find more missiles? Why is everything conveniently here without an explanation? Well, there is an explanation, we just haven't found it yet. But that's explained with a lore entry, which is very later in the game, deeper into the ruins, which we just can't get to yet. Anyway, get past all these eye lasers, which unfortunately make a return in the sequel, which I just don't like those eye lasers, they're just annoying. And I blew up that hive because I felt like it. That's one of the things. Just imploded. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this missile expansion because might as well do it now and not later. Save a little bit of time. But I gotta say, it's not my favorite track in the game, but this area of the Chozo Ruins does have a nice beat to it. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite either. That comes, let's see, where's that area? I believe it's the first part of the mines that I don't like a lot. But again, we'll get to that when we get to it. So, we travel through the ruins, ignoring these bugs. Honestly, we should call an exterminator at this point. And instead of bees, we get shriekbacks, a whole lot of them. And for keen-eyed viewers, you know this hole's here, which leads to another missile expansion. And that's all for this room number 2. Now, let's go back to where we fought the bee cannon. And go back to the elevator which we discovered earlier, which leads to the new area. Let's see. The cave system of the Phazon mines is pretty good. But I have to say, it's my the Magmor area is my second favorite area of the game, with the first being, I'd have to say, the cave system of the mines, because that's when I first played it, that gave me the heebie-jeebies. Just needing the X-ray visor to see how dark it is, it's whew. So, Samus, you feeling hotter yet? We are entering the caverns, which anyone who's played Super Metroid will know this music track very well. Well, not this beginning part, but when we get into the actual lava area. And this is where shriekbacks get very annoying. I mean, very annoying. Anyway, that right there, I blew it up right now to save time. That is a save area. And we're gonna get a new enemy here after these shriekbacks go away. And that on the left looks like Majora's Mask, which is another game that I'd like to play. Anyway, these little things right here can only be blown up by a missile. And we get another new enemy that are just have a very pitiful death cry. It's like a puppy who's just begging not to get hit. And here we have in full glory the Magmoor Caverns, with which, if you played Super Metroid, is a high-def remix of Norfair, Ridley's area, which here we got a lava lizard, or Magmor, hence the name, but I just call it a lava lizard because it's easier. And here we have Puffer, which they're annoying. They're just toxic air mines. They're just pretty, that's all they are. And this room does contain something we need, but can't get because we don't have the space jump boots. So when we get those, we'll be getting them. And I don't want to spoil it, so we'll talk about it later. And here we've got these Triclops, which don't let that happen, because it takes forever for that to end. And sometimes, again, you just have to wait for them to get enough distance, and don't avoid it. There we go. There we go. They get the bombs and they blow up. Of course, we only have to do this twice. Every other time we have the boots and we can just double jump over it. Now this room contains 2 missile expansions, which one of them you're not really supposed to get until way later in the game, but if you know the game well, know where the platforms are, you can get them when you get the space jump boots, which is what we'll be doing later. And I never understood why there are 2 exhaust ports that shoot fire, where we'd never be in that side of the platform, especially under it. It's cool. It's a cool design. I just don't see the practicality of it. Oh, I missed that turn. Yeah, just shoot 2 missiles. They're not that big of a threat anymore. So we got this whole lava area, which over there leads to the mines, which we can't get to. So go up here, because we're just on a sidetrack. Our main area is the winter ice caps that is, well, the Phendrana drifts. The first area, or the first half I should say. We'll be getting to the second half, which is the research base with the space pirates and a couple parts. And with the jump ball, this makes this little puzzle so much easier. And our prize is an energy tank. Anyway, just double bomb it to go out and just be on our way. Okay, the elevator should be right here. And this will lead us to the drifts. Which, it's always jarring to me how we go from basically the center of the planet with all the magma to pretty much a mountainscape with nothing but ice. Hey, it's a cool dynamic. And here you get one of the most annoying things to me is that clearly you can break this ice with a charged shot. But as you'll see in the next room, there is a ice wall that requires the plasma beam to melt. I never understood that, or got it. And we have one of the most serene areas of the game. This track is great atmosphere, and it's in terms of location, music, and atmosphere, it's my second favorite. And we got a flicker bat there, which are very hard to kill. But first off, shoot that open, and we get another enemy. It's pretty much the ice version of the other thing. They are only killed by missiles, plus the plasma beam. Anyway, do this to unlock the door above. That's exactly where we need to go. Anyway, since we don't have the gravity suit, we can't just double jump our way through the lake, which is annoying. But hey, good things come to those who wait. Anyway, here's a save station. Just save, refill health, save progress, whatever. It's a save station. Which we do go a long while between here and the base without a save station. Though the base has 2 save stations, I think. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, what we're getting right now is I love this. If you scan this, it explains why they have floating platforms. The Chozos, for all their infinite wisdom, decided to put jetpacks on the rocks. Yeah, I don't understand that either. But I do like that they gave it an explanation of why there's floating rocks. It's pretty funny, and it's also a foreshadow to a boss battle, which has some interesting trivia to it, which I will explain when we get to that battle. Then we got Baby Shiga, which this same enemy type makes a return in the Torvus Bog of Metroid Prime 2, but they're not that threatening in this game. Metroid Prime 2, however, they are terrifying. And there's another ice wall that requires the plasma beam, which we don't have, so it will be a long while. Speaking of which, no, it's not this room. I'm thinking of the next room that has the ice shriek bats, which I'm pretty sure they fixed in this game, but they would disappear after a while and you could never get them in the logbook. And, woo! That's a spider ball trap. We'll be getting that later. Anyway, I just like shooting these up with missiles. It's a fun pastime when I'm just going from area to area. Now, yep, here's the ice version of the previous enemy, which aptly named Ice for not that original. It's just a nice recolor, tile swap, if you will. But we continue on, and I don't know if you can hear it, but in the game, you can hear icy snow footsteps, which is just a nice attention to detail. There's just so much detail in this game. I love it. I could go on probably for hours explaining all the little tidbits, but I won't, because this is a Let's Play, not a 5 things you didn't know about the game. Anyway, here are the ice shriek bats. It's so much easier to scan them from here, and that's a little stalactite, I think that's what they're called in real life. Are those the things that go from top to bottom, or are those from the bottom to top? I always get those mixed up. If someone wants to comment below which one or which, I'd appreciate that very much. Anyway, here I'm just trying to see if I can't... Well, first let's get this guy out of the way. And 2 charge shots, and a missile, and they go down easy. Pretty much just blowing up their backs, exposing their brain, and then shooting them in the brain, which are located on the back instead of in their head. Strange, I know, but that's aliens for you. Anyway, here I'm trying to see if I can't do a long shot of this. No, just not happening. So let's move on. Yeah, you go over here, and yeah, I was getting my bearings there. I was thinking too far ahead here. There we go here, and we have these things again, which we can't get rid of until the wave beam. Anyway, oh, and here we have quite possibly one of my favorite new addition to the series, which over here is a lore. You should have scanned it if you don't already have it. Anyway, you just got a baby she-goth there. Not really that threatening. So I just blow it up with missiles because I was that bored. Boom. And just making sure I had scanned that, which I did. Blow that up, scan this, rearrange the platforms to form a single file line, and do be quick about it because they do collapse the second you step on them, or like 2 seconds after you step on them. So they don't stay. You just quickly go through it like here, and we get the boost ball, which is great for traveling. Because it slows down time. I mean, it makes traveling so much easier if you go really fast. If you get really good at using the boost ball. Anyway, this is what we use to get across all these half pikes. Yes, skateboarding in Metroid. It's actually a lot funner than it sounds. Anyway, this is just a whole tutorial on how to use the boost ball with half pikes. So just do this. And I recommend charging up the boost ball and releasing it at the very beginning. Not when you get in the middle of the half pipe, but the second you start moving upwards, you use it, or release the charge. That gives you the most momentum and distance. Some people can do it some people who are really good at it can just do it in 5 seconds flat, and it's impressive. But with that, guess what? There are half pikes in the ruins and in the overworld that we have to use. So we are going all the way back to the overworld. So the people who have that complaint about Metroid Prime 2 with the Seekers, it's in here too. Oh, and we see Ridley for whatever reason just gliding through the drifts. Is he deciding a resort hotel or vacation house or something? If he is, too bad for him, he dies before he can ever realize it on this planet. And then he gets brought back to life again. Then we kill him again, and it's a never-ending cycle, like Batman and the Joker. Except when the Joker dies, he stays dead. Unless you're playing Arkham Knight. Another great series of games I'd like to play. But I won't spoil that for those who don't know. And Samus, you feeling any warmer there? Or is that very suit just... Does the very suit block all heat, or can we feel... I'm talking about the temperature, not magma. Obviously that damages us and we can feel it. But I'm thinking, does the very suit block temperature so even if we're in really hot areas, it just feels like, how can I get up there? I don't know why I had trouble there. Collision sometimes just messes with you. And I misjudged that, and we were swimming through lava. But I have 4 energy tanks at this point, so it's not that big of a deal. But back to what I was saying, and just making sure I'm going the right way. Sometimes I get confused in the caverns. They're tricky sometimes. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Does the very suit just block temperature, whether hot or cold, so that way we don't feel it through our suit, or do we still feel it, though it just doesn't drain energy? In which case, that's kind of pointless. So I'd like to imagine that the very suit is just a high-tech temperature suit that regulates temperature. Which is what I think it is. Anyone who wants to elaborate further, comment down below. And if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell to maybe receive updates whenever I upload. The notification system is a bit wonky. But never mind that, we are going back to the overworld, which we have to backtrack all the way from the drifts back to the overworld, which is a bit of a journey. Which I don't know why people complain so much in Metroid Prime 2 about Seeker Missile and going back and forth between areas, when Metroid Prime did it just as well. But anyway, for now, we're going to call it a wrap, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you then.